Hello, Covey. How you doing? Let me put you on speakerphone here because some of my recording stuff wasn't working.
Okay.
So, Covey, I'm on the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources website, and I appreciate you calling me back since the last thing we just did an hour and a half ago did not record. So, I'm on the website here, and this is Rod, Live Within Your Means. And I've got Covey Jones on here. And Covey is with the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources. Tell me your position again, Covey.
I'm the chief of wildlife. I oversee the wildlife program for the state.
Chief of Wildlife. So you've been there for a few years, and I appreciate your time because you've only got a few minutes before you've got another meeting. And now I went to the hunting, then let's see. I think we need to go over to big game and then the harvest data, right?
That's correct.
Because what we're showing you here is how there's been, quite a few deer harvested before Halloween even came around, before the end of the month here. And every year, now here's the general buck season harvest data from 2022. And I think I've got the other stuff here too from the last few years. But approximately, now if we look in Utah County, I think let's see here. I know there's a bunch of different sections here. Here's Wasatch Mountains East. And I'm going to make this a little bit bigger if I can. Maybe I can't. Maybe I'll have to go back to this other data and just say all big game, general season deer harvest. Because I know, as we were talking before, that, what was it, 64,000 permits were out there for people to hunt with this last year?
Yeah, about 63,000.
And it looks like what I'm doing is clicking on the wrong stuff because there's the harvest data, general season. It says 2021, all big game. Now, I don't know if that's the stuff that's going to pull up what I wanted to get or not, but I was hoping to be able to pull this up. Yeah, that's pulling individual sections, and I think I'm clicking on the wrong stuff. Oh, here we go. Here we go. And so here's some stuff here, and I think the seventh one down here, general season, that was Wasatch Mountains, and that would be like up on Timpanogos, right?
Yeah, Wasatch Mountains West. Yep.
Yep. Okay, west. Wasatch Mountains West. Okay, that is the one here, and it looks like there were about 4,200 permits, and it says a field harvest 1,152. Well, that's definitely more than a few dozen right there. And as we discussed before, I guess that's about a quarter, 25% success rate. And that was back in, let's see, 2021. Okay, but every year there's a different number harvested. I thought I had clicked on the right thing here, and I'm not sure that I did. But the harvest ratio of hunts, there's like this last year, there were more than 64,000 permits given in Utah, right?
About 63,000.
About 63,000, and you anticipated a success ratio of about what?
About 30% usually.
Around 30%. So the point that I want to make here on the Live Within Your Means channel on YouTube is that this is a way that people can go out and they can get fairly inexpensive meat if they do a little bit of scouting, get a deer permit. The average buck deer is what, around 150 pounds?
Yeah, it depends on the age. A mature buck can be on the hoof over 200 pounds.
You bet.
And, a yearling buck can be in that, just over 100 pounds range. So.
You bet. Like I was telling you earlier, my 86-year-old father went out just a few weeks ago. He actually went on the muzzleloader hunt, and he got a little 2-point. And who would think that an 86-year-old guy could do it? But it was over just up ahead by the side of the road on a very rural trail, and yeah, he was able to get it. I've harvested I guess, over a dozen deer myself. And this is hormone-free meat. And what would you say the average, if you harvest a 150-pound deer, isn't that about 75 pounds of meat?
Yeah, usually about 60% you bring home in meat.
You bet. You bet. And so I just want to, bring to people's attention, it's worth it to go out and get yourself a deer permit. It's a great way to use your Second Amendment rights. And hopefully we'll never have to protect ourselves against tyrannical governments. But boy, we sure wonder sometimes. And you've been working for the wildlife resources in Utah how long?
Just over 15 years.
Just over 15 years. You sound real young. I guess I'm 60 years old. So, boy, it didn't seem very long ago that I was that young, but apparently I'm getting older real quick. And I did not get a deer permit this year, and so I didn't go out hunting. But I've certainly harvested quite a few deer, and I've got a few packages of deer meat left in our little wimpy freezer.
Oh, that's great.
So, but I do appreciate you talking with me, and I wanted to mention too that young people can get out and get permits too. I had to be 16 before I got my first deer, and luckily I jogged 3 miles a day, got a little wimpy 2 point. My dad helped me put it on my shoulders. He didn't believe I could carry that a mile down the mountain on my shoulders, but I did, and or probably about a mile down the mountain on my shoulders. And now 12-year-olds can hunt deer, and between 12 and 17, the youth here in Utah that get permits, what percentage of those guys usually get deer?
It's about that 30%.
30%. And I'm going to ask you a question. You don't have to. Our Constitution allows us to carry, right, here in the state of Utah without a concealed carry permit, right?
I don't know the answer to that. I think
Okay.
that's a law enforcement. I'm a biologist.
That is just fine. But we appreciate the Constitution, having Second Amendment rights, and all of you are welcome to apply to get a permit to go out to shoot a deer, and that's a great way to live within your means and have some healthy meat, right, Covey?
Yeah, it is. Yep, I agree.
All right, Covey. Thank you for your time. This is Rod. Live within your means and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Well, we appreciated that. So have a wonderful day, guys.